Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Leland, who is here on behalf of the Lutheran Church of the Cross. I pass it every day on my way to work. How are you, Leland? It's been a while.
I'm doing good, Lisa. Yes, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yes, it's been several months, and I do see you guys busy at work on the days that you do your food distribution. So I'm very happy that you're still able to accommodate people on that, and we'll talk about that a little later. But most importantly, we are able to come inside now to celebrate.
That is right. That's wonderful. We were inside for a while, as you know, and then we had to be outside, and so we went outside. And the strange thing was we have a video projector, or we have a what am I trying to say, a camera now, but it's all fixed inside the sanctuary. So to do live streaming, I had to be inside. Everybody else was outside watching me on a big screen TV. So I felt bad on those warm days because I'm in the air conditioning and they're outside in the hot sun. Well, they were in their shade, but it was still weird.
Yeah, well, we had a lot of hot weather there for a bit, so more power to them to stand outside sweating, listening to you. You must be one person.
Yes.
So now you are back inside, which is great. Now, what if people don't feel comfortable? Can they still sit someplace?
Yes. Good question, because there's a lot of people that are still very frightened by this, and they maybe should be, because they have, health issues that they need to be super careful about, and that's good that they are being careful. And so the ones that feel like they don't want to come inside, it's okay, because they can still be outside on the patio, because we live stream it out there, and people can sit there and they can really see and hear quite well. We have a sound bar that goes across the whole bottom of the TV, and we actually can't crank it up too loud because we'll disturb the people living behind us here. So it's worked out quite well. Everybody said they can see and hear, except for when a fire truck goes by or something like that. It's just a little bit, but we even have an usher that just can control the volume, and they can bump it up right when the fire truck goes by, and it's actually worked quite well.
Well, that's nice. And then you said you live stream that outside. What do you have a live stream for people who are unable to get to the church?
Yes. Yep. They can actually just go to our website. That's the simplest thing to do. And our website is super simple, but it's hard to tell. But it's LutheranChurchOfTheCross.org, but it's LCOTC.org.
Okay, so the acronym. Okay, good.
You just go right there.
And if they go on there, is there any place else they have to go to, or will it pop right up?
It'll pop right. They can click right on the little links to it. And even if they don't have Facebook, they can use the Facebook link, and it works even if you don't have Facebook. Or
good.
Go to the Vimeo church online address too, and it works the same. So.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's nice to have options, right? So at least the folks can still feel involved and still be able to be a part of the service. Bible studies programs. Have you been in person yet?
Well, we have one Bible study that meets. It's twice during the week, and the one is in person, and that's at 10 o'clock on Wednesday mornings. But the same Bible study is offered also online only at 6:30 p.m. So there's an option for people that don't have computers and things and don't like doing Zoom. They can just come to that one Bible study. And that's in the social hall, and it's all with, social distancing, and everybody wears a mask. And we had it for the first time this last week, and that'll go all the way through until Christmas.
Oh, okay, good. And you said 6:30. What day of the week was that?
Wednesday. Mm-hmm.
On Wednesday. Okay, perfect. And then you have your Heritage Club.
Yes. We kind of were waffling whether we should bring that back or not, but because restaurants are now open for inside dining, we were going to do it outside on the patio, serve the food, and it would be kind of like a plated food. They can't go through the line anymore and pick out what they want. They just have to take what they get, and it's pre-plated. But because they opened it up for being inside, we did meet for the first time last week, and we're going to continue doing that again through Christmas and whatever, as long as it's safe. If something happens and it's numbers spike or something, and then we'll of course reconsider that. But we've had wonderful turnouts for that, and I think people need a certain amount of sociability, and we're really cautious and careful. When people come in, they wear masks, and they wear masks clear up until the time they're going to eat.
Okay.
And they're not sitting, we're only sitting a few people at each table. We have a pretty good sized social hall, so we can accommodate, quite a few people and do it pretty safe.
That's good to know, because, I have talked to a few different restaurants who said, 25% capacity inside is not going to cut it for us. Many of those who are trying to make a living. So they're keeping their outdoor stuff as long as they can. I mean, if the weather permits, why not? So if you're able to do both, that's kind of nice.
It is, yeah. We're lucky we live in California for that reason.
That's for sure. We're not getting poured on.
Yes.
So you have a new addition now.
Yes, we have a new pastor. He just came along in August. It took us almost 2 years to find him. It's been more of a challenge to find pastors these days. And so he's young, and he's really has a wonderful personality. All the different ages of people love him. But he's going to be focusing at our second campus in Aliso Viejo. But he'll still be coming back and forth and preaching here. And of course, online, you can watch him online as well. And so he's a great addition to our ministry. He brings a lot of energy.
Did you have someone leave, or I'm sorry if I didn't?
Yeah, no, that's okay. Pastor John Foss, who was my associate pastor that was leading the Aliso Viejo campus, he'd been here for almost 15 years. And so he moved to Oregon because of his parents and their health. And so he moved up there and took a call. Actually, it's been over 2 years ago now.
Oh, wow.
We filled it in temporarily at the early times with Pastor Roger Marsh, who is a wonderful guy, but he's on the radio. He does this wonderful program called The Bottom Line. And that radio program, he thought maybe it was not going to continue on, but it did. And it actually has flourished. And so he just said that he couldn't take it on full time. And so that's when we started looking more seriously to fill that position. So,
oh, wow. Well, good thing you found Kevin, because boy, you guys are busy.
Yeah, we're busy. We have a school over there.
Well, I'm glad you're able to do that, and I'm glad you were able to get someone along to help you guys out, so that's perfect.
Yes.
Now, as I mentioned, I do drive by every day. I see you guys out there still able to do your food distribution. Tell me about how that's going.
It's going really well, and we're very thankful we get the opportunity to do it. The food is not from us, but it's from Second Harvest. So they kind of call the shots as far as what we're going to get and how we're going to get it. And so right now we've been getting the food in bulk, and we get it on Thursdays. And so we actually have a team of volunteers that comes in on Thursdays at 1 p.m. and they help put it into sacks. And then we divide it up and we put those in big bins on pallets. And then you remember I told you we got a pallet jack. Thank goodness. We use that thing a lot every week.
Oh, good.
So we pallet jack the food into the social hall. We sort it, bag it, and there was about 250 bags of food. Now, some weeks they get like 2 bags. Some weeks it's just 1. It depends on what we get from them. Like we'll get a whole bin of apples, 700 pounds of apples. Believe it or not, I can move 700 pounds of apples.
Right, because you have your pallet jack. I love it. I'm just going to expect you to be wearing a shirt some days saying, I love my pallet jack.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you something about Second Harvest. Are they in need of food?
That's a good question. I wish I had a better answer for you, but they get their food directly from the growers and the stores. So I'm not exactly sure I don't even know if they take foods that's just plain donated. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I wondered because, we do have a few food places around here, food distribution places, and some of them may be they don't have enough staff because of COVID. So I wondered if that second harvest, but if you haven't heard anything, then I'm assuming they're fine.
Yeah.
So that's great.
We do collect food here at our church for South County Outreach. I think we've heard of them.
Yes.
Over here in Lake Forest. And so we have been doing a drop-off drive-through food donation. And when we did one about a month ago, we took in the largest amount of food we have ever taken in the history of our church. We had those big barrels. I think we had about 16 or 17 barrels of food.
That's great.
Yeah, and they filled up their whole truck just with our food donation. Now, it's not only just people from our church. We put it out to the community. And if people in the Laguna Woods Village see the ad for it, if they want to drop it off anytime, we collect it for them.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's great that you do both. Well, wonderful. Well, I'm glad you guys are, making progress, and you've got a new pastor. And so, hopefully things will just stay on this track, and we'll keep having less and less cases, and that way we can go back to our somewhat normal life.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right, Leland. Thank you so much. It was nice to see you again.
You bet. Thank you, Lisa. Thanks for having me on your show.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
And we'll be right back after this.